Greetings, YouTube. I found myself being played by a troll the other day. I fell right into it. He started out reasonable, pulled me in, fished me for a good 4 or 5 exchanges. Um, my fault entirely. There were signs and I didn't pay attention. But in the course of the interaction, um, he did bring something up which I thought was interesting and has inspired this video. So maybe something came out of the exchange anyway. The idea that you can have two sides of a discussion that are the same, or you can have two sides of a discussion which are vastly not the same, but some people will consider them the same because they're playing the game of false equivalencies. And I'm going to give an example based on the socially conservative, one of their favorite bailiwicks, abortion. So I'm going to show both sides of this as I'm viewing it from the position of this video. So from the social conservative point of view, it comes down to the social conservative saying, I have the right to control you, the person who has a uterus. I get to decide what you do with your uterus, forcing you to deliver a fetus you don't want to, forcing you to carry a fetus that has known genetic disorders, forcing you to carry a stillborn fetus to term. All of these things have happened. And then you have the socially progressive position, which is I, the socially progressive person, feel that anyone that possesses a uterus should be able to have the right to do what they want with it. That within the legal bounds of what we have decided as a society, and that was 24 weeks at one point with Roe versus Wade, up to 24 weeks, it's your call. And after 24 weeks, with proper medical recommendation, you can still have an abortion. You have the right to carry that fetus to term. You have that right to abort that fetus within those restrictions that have been legally laid down. Now, those two positions are not equal. And anyone that tells you they are equal is either a troll or being disingenuous, really ignorant, or pushing a political agenda. Anyone that uses the term pro-abortion is pushing a political agenda. No one's pro-abortion. Okay? People are pro-choice. I am a social progressive, we want you to have the option of controlling your uterus. What a wonderful concept, the ability to control your own uterus. And I'm a firm believer that if you don't have a uterus, you don't get a say. And the only uterus you do get a say about is the one you possess. It's not your uterus, it's not your business. And for me, it's really that simple. And this is the example that comes up all the time when people are discussing false equivalencies and the argument breakdown when we're discussing abortion, because those really are the two world views. Now, the thing that seems to escape most social conservatives is that if they want to live a socially conservative life as an individual, they can. No one is telling them what they have to do with their uterus. Social progressives are saying, these are the options you have. Choose. But that's not what the social conservative is hearing. The existence of options is offensive to them because they desperately want to control the lives of other people. They want to control the sex lives of people who have uteruses. They want to control the uteruses themselves. They want to make sure as many fetuses are carried to term as possible. I think in hopes that they will become good little Christians, at least in case in America. But if you're a social conservative, you can lead that life as an individual. You just can't try to control the secular society around you through secular law. You have your sectarian worldview. Even if I consider it toxic, you can apply it to yourself. But when you try to use secular law to apply your toxic sectarian worldview onto other people, them's is fighting words. and I will fight you on it. And I will tell you in places like this that you're wrong, that these two views are not equal, that the desire to control another person's body when it is none of your business is twisted. Whereas the socially compressive view is that you have control of your body. These are the options you have. Choose. And one is toxic and one is reasonable. Now, I even know social progressives that are opposed to abortion. They want nothing to do with it. They don't think people should have them, but they're still pro choice. Why? Because they're smart, because they understand that their worldview is not held by everyone. And it is unethical and immoral for them to impose their worldview on other human beings. That they should not be telling people with uteruses what they should be doing with them, even if they themselves don't agree with abortion as a medical procedure. Because that's what abortion is. It's a medical procedure, not a political debate. And yet social conservatives keep making it a political debate again and again and again. And now that we have the Cheeto in chief coming in soon, they're going to try again. And they're very likely to succeed this time because the GOP will control all three branches of government. There will be nothing to stop them. So I'm praying that the nurse practitioners and midwives and OGBYNs out there have prepared for the eventuality that abortion is made illegal in America. I'm praying that they've prepared for this. That they've purchased the equipment they need to be able to do safe abortions off the radar. That women's lives will not be put at risk. Because remember, for the socially conservative, all they care about is controlling the lives of others. They are indifferent to how many of those lives are ruined or lost. Which also shows you why the socially conservative worldview is toxic, unethical, and immoral. I'm concerned with the safety and well-being of everybody, not just those that agree with me. I know it's a radical concept, and one that apparently many social conservatives aren't capable of holding.